Hey comic friends, welcome back to Comic Book Corner. Guys, get ready for another comic book review, and this is your host, Mike Spider Slayer. That's right guys, today we are talking about Matt Fraction's Hawkeye, issue number 3. Guys, this book is awesome. When I first bought this book, or almost didn't buy this book on issue number 1, I took a chance on it because the artwork was not my favorite. And I am so happy that I took a chance on this book because it is one of my favorite books so far this week. This book was released last Wednesday, so I'm a little bit late on doing the review, but there is a light week this week in comic books, so it gives us a chance to catch up on some books that I didn't get a chance to review this past week. And Hawkeye is definitely one of these books that I wanted to review. Issue 3 was awesome. And whoever has not read this, don't look at the artwork as being its crutch. It actually fits the book quite nicely. And I think David Aja, or what, however you say his name, does a really good job with the artwork, and it fits it tremendously. The colors fit the tone of the book. The inks are nice. It just fits it. So I know a lot of people were deterred because of the artwork. The story is phenomenal. This is one of those books where it was like The Walking Dead for me. When someone suggested The Walking Dead and they said, it's a zombie book, but it has to do with a lot of characters, I was like, really, zombies? And it's black and white. And this is kind of like that same thing for me in this Hawkeye series. I am so grateful that I have picked it up because it's just a fun story to read. In this issue, it was just like a high-speed 1970s car chase. That's what it reminded me of. Here's your cover art here. All the covers are very similar styles, drawings. They're really, really cool. Here I'll give you an interior art of what it looks like here. One of the things that the book did point out was all the different types of bows that Hawkeye uses throughout his missions or his battles or his quests. And throughout the book, you see each and every bow that he uses. And this one is called the boa arrow bow, as you can see on this particular page. On the next page, we see that the high-speed chase continues, and then he uses Clint uses a acid arrow in this book, or in this particular panel. And yeah, guys, this book was a really fun read. It was one of those ones that I just did not want to put down, and it had a lot of humor in it. And it felt like a 5-minute read, and I love books like that. I mean, I hate that they're over so quickly, but I love at the same sense that it made me really enjoy it. And that's when I know I enjoy a book, when it's like 2 minutes to read and I don't get drowsy reading it or anything like that. So it's really cool. But our two main characters are Clint Barton and Kate Bishop. They're working together to, when Clint isn't with the Avengers. And this particular book has to do with Clint making all the wrong decisions in this particular issue. And it starts off as him being in this high-speed car chase. And it's like this 1970 Dodge or something like that. But it's really cool. You see in the beginning of the book he has issues with his arrows. They're not labeled. So he wants to go to the store. His whole thing was he wanted to go to the store and he wanted to get tape so he could label his arrows so he knows which ones they are during the mission. And so he's gonna go out and he goes to the store. And on the way to the store, he meets he meets this girl who basically wants to sell this car. And the reason why she wants to sell it is because she really has to get out of town because she's in trouble. And it was one of those dumb decisions that Clint decided to make. And he just loves it. He goes, you know, I'm filthy rich. He's like, I can buy anything. And she's like, okay, I'll sell anything for the right price. And she goes, he goes, oh wait, it's not stolen, right? And then he goes, you know, can you drive me? Because I need to buy some tape. I need my labels. I need to label my... And then it goes to this, like, arrow acid scene, and it goes back to this crazy-ass car chase. But the way the scene, or the car chase all really started was because, you know, Clint winds up hooking up with the girl. You know, he's a ladies' man. He loves his women, and he hooks up with her. And he finds out that he has the cash that he wants to buy this car with, but he sees all these cars waiting for her. And he makes a thing, and she goes, there are 4 of the exact same car down there. And he goes, well, 5. And then she goes, it's not a bunch of challengers, is it? Because I'll beat their price. And he goes, you know, and they basically have to escape, and it's the people from the tracksuits, and they all say, bro, you know, we gotta get up, bro. And it's funny because when I first saw this, he goes, sup, bros, and it's from the first issue where they constantly said this, so they're kind of bringing it back. So there's this big machine gun war, and inside the apartment, and the girl and Clint have to try to escape, and he's naked flying through the bedroom, and he's got the Hawkeye symbol guarding him. That was hysterical. I mean, this whole issue just had me laughing. But he kicks the shit out of some more, you know, tracksuit guys, and basically what happens is they take the girl and they knock him out, and he calls Kate, and the dog is eating pizza and all kinds of crazy crap, and Kate picks him up in the purple Beetle. And that's what's so cool about this artwork in this book, is that the tones and the colors fit the actual mood of the book. So it's like anything that has to do with Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, everything is purple, you know. All the paneling is purple, the car is purple, what they wear is purple. So everything you know is about them. And then when it goes to the other girl, you know, it goes on to the Dodge. It goes on to her red hair, the red Dodge, the tan tones, and everything else, so it fits up to her. But the car speed chase just goes in full mode, and right away, boom, you know, and he paid money for this car, and he's like, oh, my car. He's like, I can't let this happen. And the cool shit is that they keep showing these arrows, the putty arrow, the acid arrow, and every time he uses an arrow, they show it, and then the reaction comes out. So that's really cool. And, you know, then it goes on to the sonic arrow. And guys keep shooting at the car, and they keep picking off these little, I don't know, these Fiats or whatever the heck they are, but these Italian job cars. And they keep chasing, and he keeps shooting arrows, and they're in this high-speed traffic, and he uses a smoky bomb arrow, and this other guy shooting at him. So again, it's like this high-speed chase, and you're at the edge of your seat, and you're like, oh shit, this is awesome, you know, and crazy stuff happens. Suction cup arrow, and, you know, Clint goes around, lands on a car, and there's an electro arrow, and cars just fucking destroy each other, and the car just gets totally wrecked. And you know, it comes to a point where one of the tracksuit guys and Kate are at a standstill. This is a nice page here, and one of the things is he goes, "You don't be smart guy, okay, bro?" And he goes, and they just keep arguing with each other, and he's like, this broad bro, she trouble. And he keeps saying bro. And the next thing you see is that there's a specific arrow that is used at the end of the issue. And I'll tell you what it is. It's a boomerang arrow, okay? In the beginning of the issue, Kate is ragging on Clint's gear, which is all his bows. And she's like, who uses a boomerang arrow? What are you going to need that for? And Clint just goes, you know, he's like, boomerang arrow. Kate, it comes back to you in the end. He's like, boomerang, respect it. So at the end of the issue, when it comes off to that standoff right here again, she has the arrow, and he goes, Kate, it's okay, lose the arrow. She shoots it up in the air, and then the last thing you see is boomerang arrow, and it hits him right in the neck and knocks him out. And the chick goes, wow, that was, and Clint makes a smart-ass mark and goes, boomerang arrow. He goes, it all comes back to you in the end. And then later on, they rescue the girl. She takes off in her airplane. He bought this cool Dodge. It's all trashed. And as she's leaving, you know, before she gets on that plane, she winds up giving him a big kiss. And that's the end of the issue. I give it a 5 out of 5. Guys, I had to show you this walkthrough because Hawkeye is a fun read. There's lots of humor, lots of action, and if you overlook that initial artwork in the beginning, the artwork actually grows on you and you learn to appreciate it. It really is a solid book. So if any of you guys out there have been on the fence about Hawkeye, I highly recommend this book. And it's $2.99. It's a good value. I guarantee if you ever liked Hawkeye at some point, you'll definitely like this particular series. So guys, this is Spider Slayer making one big recommendation this week. Go out and check out Hawkeye issue number 3. You won't be disappointed. So guys, as always, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Until the next comic book review, see you soon, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye.